Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Planescape Torment. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today as we are in the City of the Collectors. I think we're in the City of the Collectors. This is called the Buried Village, and we just talked last episode with a buried villager who wasn't very happy at all. Not really sure, I'm still not completely sure what is the deal with this place, and how I got here in the first place. Well, I died, that's how I got here. This man is draped in filthy, tattered brown robes and a long hood, concealing most of his face from view. Greetings. You see his eyes narrow beneath his hood, and he takes a step back. What do you want? What are you doing? I like to mind my own business, Cutter, and I'll ask you to do the same. What is this place? Pharod's village, Cutter. He points up to the ceiling bricks and garbage high above you in the stinking darkness. The Buried Village. Oh. Well, there's the answer to my wonderings. I'm looking for a man named Pharod. The man nods. There's an arch leading northwest out at this big chamber. You'll find old Pharod through there. I'm also looking for a journal I've lost. He just shakes his head, puzzled. Okay, never mind. Well, that really explains what's going on with this place. Let's have a chat with the buried villagers over here. You see a ragged man clad in patchwork clothes. He reeks of smoke and trash and has a yellowish cast to his skin. He looks askew at you. What you want from me, Cutter? Answers. Make it fast, Cutter. I got mouths to feed. Who are you? Ain't important, Cutter. Slipped twixt the cracks too long ago. Or maybe that was me dad. One way or another. I'm just another one trying to make a living any way I can. Alright. What are you doing? Trying to make a living. What's it look like? Only I keep getting asked questions, and it's stopping me from that. You done yet? Yeah, for now. Okay, so they're not very welcoming. As you'd expect, really. What is this? A tomb? No, it's a small dwelling. Right. But there's nobody inside, except for a little bit of money. Also, I want to go back up, because I need to sell a bunch of crap that I'm collecting. I also need more friends to carry all the crap that I have. This looks like an old gatehouse wall. Well, sounds like a debtor, says that guy. Yeah, too bad, isn't it? Bar? You see a massive human dressed in cast-off patchwork clothing and reeking of old ale. He is truly huge. It's obvious he was chosen for this job for his brawn, but not his brains. What do you want? He asks. What lies beyond the gate? The guard looks at you for a moment and sneers. Your mother's bedchambers. We got to keep the gate down because the traffic was getting to be too much, you know? And he roars with laughter. Bike off before you join the debtors down below. Who are you? None of your damn business, frankly. Bike off. Okay. What are you doing? What does he look like I'm doing? Washing your underclothes? Get out of here, you stupid Burke. Yeah, he really doesn't like me. I'd like to go down there. The guard glances at you, then shakes his head. Yeah, we're all just begging to go down there. Look, you definitely ain't from around here. Bike off. Okay, farewell. Can I? No, the door is locked. Can I attack it? Oh, I can, but these guys attack me. Okay, I don't want to do that. Because I don't know where this leads to. Right. It's probably not the entrance to the city, I would say, because it would have guards outside, not inside, because we're supposed to get in through another place, not by dying. But that was a nice shortcut. You see a ragged man clad in patchwork. Make it fast, Cutter. It's the same dialogue as before. How long does strength works? So it's this level over here. It lasts for 60 minutes per level. I'm gone. But that's 60 in-game minutes, not real time minutes. A push dagger. Huh. Okay, or push daggers. I wonder if those are good. Can I probably don't have. So I got a scalpel over there. I can't. Oh boy, I have too much crap on me. Yeah, I can't really use much of this unless Morte has room. Morte doesn't have room. Yeah. Well, I could use these. There we go. That works. So let's get the bandages. Put the bandages up there. And get that. My inventory is full. Yes, I know. Okay. Ooh, here. This sour-faced middle-aged man starts when you approach him and reaches for his belt. Finding no weapon there, he simply backs away from you. You can see that beneath his collector's robes, his lower legs and forearms are swathed with filth-encrusted bandages. What you want? Just the answer to some questions? He nods but says nothing. Who are you? My name's who here, so it is. He spits, as if it mattered down here. Alright, what are you doing? Waiting for my wounds to heal up, so I can make another run down below. I sells the stuff I found down there. Down below? He nods his head. Down in the catacombs, where all the debtors is. Say, you going down there anytime? Perhaps. Why? Because I lost my lucky knife. He grunts angrily, stomping his foot. He's been with me for years. Your lucky knife? Huh. Right here. And he points to an empty sheath on his belt. So, what happened to it? I was poking about in the catacombs below and ran smack into a ghoul. Must have been a straggler, because there's usually more than one. He bit at me face, so I covered up with my arms and stabbed it in the eyes. It dropped and bit me at the leg for a while before I shake the piker off and made it back up here. Well, that's quite a story. I'll bring back your knife if I see it down there.
Updated my journal.
Would ya? I'd be grateful. So I would. It's got my name carved into the handle. Okay, I'm glad. Before I go, let me ask you some questions. You're covered in bandages. What happened to you? Well, I got bit up by a ghoul down below when I was looking about for stuff to sell off. Okay, I see. Farewell. Okay, I imagine that would be it. Buried village guard over there. Okay. He's not buried, by the way. He's just the guard of the buried village. A leg bone club. Well, that's a thing. I really have a lot of stuff over here that I really shouldn't have. Well, I have a chest thing over there. If I could use that. Bone charm. Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, I think these notes are not necessary. Especially this one. So I'm just gonna drop that for right now. And we'll see how things go. But I'm a little bit concerned with the whole carry of things. What do we have here? This thing is probably only usable by fighters or something. Not usable by mages. Okay. Yeah, it's just a club. Okay. Do we have any other thing? Well, we have these guys. I hope this is the exit, because I really want to go back up. Can I? Well, apparently I can. Just go through or up this tower, I suppose? Pharod's court! Crap. Don't go there. I don't want to go and meet Pharod right now. He's gonna give me stuff. I'm probably gonna have to kill him or something. I don't know if he's a mean guy or not. No idea. Okay, put it over there. See what you can get over there. Because this thing is a poor quality stiletto that can be used as a weapon. But we're not gonna use it as a weapon. We're just gonna keep it over there because I can sell it later, I think. A village thug. What is this thing? Queen's shop! Oh, the queen! Yeah. It's an important guy. And it's a shop, which is awesome.
Alright.
Let's see if I can steal from you. Well, let's see if this is considered stealing. It's not. Okay, that's good. Hey, Quint. You see a short, fat-faced man who is covered in filth and grime. He smells bad and his teeth are rotten. He whizzes it as he looks you up and down and says, I'm Quint. You new? Yeah. He looks at you suspiciously. You selling or trading, eh? What's the well, I'm selling. His eyes narrow even further. Dealing, eh? With me? Or everybody, Burke? Which, eh? With you. Just me? Me? Huh. Yeah, just with you. That's so, eh? Let's deal, eh? Anything you're interested in? Anything interesting, eh? Huh. You're looking for something? Yeah, a journal. A journal, eh? Gold leaf, maybe? I don't know. Nor me. This is a very interesting character. My god, I love how just they can come up with such different and radical characters all the time that feel like normal people, because people would... I know a person that's pretty much like this. I mean, I'm giving him a funny voice, and the person that I know is not like that, but it's the craziest... It's amazing because he owns a bar. Well, actually I say a bar, but it's really like a cafe, sort of a snack bar sort of place, a restaurant. Yeah, sort of. You go there to eat, to have coffee or whatever. But he owns it, and he's got employees there, a couple of waiters and a cook and all that. So he just kind of manages it. But he's not rude. The thing is, he's not rude unless you consider this sort of talk of being rude. But he's not warm. You know what I mean? So I mean, he will smile every once in a while when it's really when it's warranted, when you crack a funny joke or something funny happens on TV or whatever, because there's a TV running all the time. But like I call up to just you know, book a table. It's not something we do very often here in Portugal because, well, there's not very many restaurants that are really, you know, very much attended, but his is kind of is. So I usually book like a few hours before, and he reserves a table for me and my friends when we go there. To eat francesinhas, because that's what it's all about. And if you know what those are, all the power to you. And if you don't, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because those are amazing. Yeah, but anyway, so I call up and it's like, I go straight to the point. It's like, yeah, he picks up a phone and it's like, yeah, and I'm like, okay, I'm yeah, and I want this table for this hour for this many people, and it's like, okay, and I'm thinking, okay, bye, and that's that. I don't even need to say anything else. If he doesn't understand, he just asks how many people, and I just say 4 or 5 or whatever. He'll say, okay. So it's like, it's so straight to the point, and he's even like that when he's dealing with a client. So it's interesting because he's a, you know, he deals with people on the daily routine, and he's not like, oh, how's it going, how's the kids and all that. So it's funny, but I think he's I mean, I have nothing bad to say about the guy, but of course you could say that he's a bad person because he's not warm or anything. But this queen over here, it just reminds me of that guy. But it's funny because you don't see any sort of these characters in any game. It's the first time I see a character like this that I remember anyway. But anyway, yeah, let's structure rage then. Oh boy. Okay, we have a bunch of stuff on me that I can sell. For example, these, that's for pickpocketing, for stealth, and mindless charisma. I could keep that. The iron pry bar, yeah, I'm just gonna stick to selling the things that I know I can sell. The punch daggers, I'm not gonna sell, or it's terrible. The Dustman Embalming Charm, oh yeah, that's an interesting thing to have, but it's not amazing. So I'm gonna sell that. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. It's not really amazing, so. A green steel knife over here. I'm gonna sell it because there's no point in keeping it around. Sell these things that are basically the same price, which is great. And over here, I'm not a big fan of the inventory system in these games, to be honest. It's I think a bag of holding is all you need really, and just stick with it if you have one. And these things, I'm probably not gonna need that, but I mean, why would I need an iron spike? And why wouldn't priests be able to use that? I don't know, but the wooden club is probably just a stupid weapon that I don't need. Okay, so I will also sell that over there. Okay, let's have a chat with him. Let's trade. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Right there. Straight to the point. What do we have here? What does he actually sell? Iron knuckles over there. Okay. Now, I don't really expect getting any better weapons than the ones I have already. Although these ones are probably pretty awesome. It doesn't look like it, though. Very slow speed. It is slashing, though, but yeah. We got a few charms. We got a shamanic rod. Invokes magic missile. This is the severed foot of some large bird. For whatever reason, someone has enchanted it, making it capable of casting the spell magic missile for a limited number of times. Oh, it's a limited. My god, they changed everything. This is a chicken foot. It's like it's a magic missile rod or wand or whatever. Missile wand, I think it's called in Baldur's Gate. And they just changed everything. The most normal weapons, they exist, but it's kind of crazy, isn't it? What are you doing? Waiting for Marta and Pharod to give me the goods. What goods? Leftovers from the grave digging in the catacombs. The catacombs? Under village. Lots of new bodies and old crypts in this area, because nobody could get to them before, eh? This village, not many know about this village. Fewer know about the easy up to catacombs and all of them daggers below. And he smacks his lips greedily. Virgin territory, eh? Yeah. So tell me about the leftovers. Teeth, corpse thread, beats they dig out of the body, some coin they find in the bandages, eh? Folks pay more than you think, eh? Yeah. So, tell me about some of the people here. Like who? Pharod. Old stutter crutch, eh? I set up his place, he lord of the lane. He set me up, we deal, eh? Alright. I would like to ask about Marta right there, yeah. Hey, Marta! Marta one to steer clear off. Army seamstress. She picks up all the teeth and corpse thread from bits out of the bodies, gives it to me. I peddle the crap up above for other stuff. Yeah, sounds like a plan. That sounds like a perfectly self-sustained, decent plan to work, basically live. I imagine they could be a little bit marginalized. We've seen hints, if not outright mentions, of that fact, that the people living here are actually marginals and either outcasts or exiles or something like that, but they're surviving. The guys upstairs want bodies, they just sell it to them. So I guess Pharod is not actually doing anything terrible, he's just the boss of this place. He might not be a bad guy. How do I have that much money? Oh, because I just sold a bunch. Because I spent a bunch on new teeth for more day. So tell me about this place. This place, eh? The village. The dabbers paved it over one day, long ago. Forget about it. Collectors dig it out while looking for Jink in the Rag Mountains. Me, I stumble across while dealing with the collectors. He wiggles his eyebrows. Good place to make some Jink, eh? Dad's goods for business. Yeah, I suppose it is. Well, yeah, nothing. I forget it. Farewell. Okay, so that was really good, because I really needed a trader. Okay, so now we can go and deal with Pharod. I would like to sleep, though, but oh well. Hopefully he's not gonna be upset or anything, even though I'm glowing red.
Done.
Yeah. Why? Okay. There's purple glowing coming from below on a crack on the floor. That doesn't sound right. Or look right. Actually, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't sound right. And there's Pharod up there. Is he alone? Okay, maybe we're not gonna need to attack him. Of course we could, if we were always an old guy. Well, I guess I should have expected that. Oh, he's coming. He knows I'm here. Is he? Before you is an elderly man leaning heavily upon a crutch. His left leg is twisted, as if he tried to walk 2 directions at once and pay the price. His maggoty-colored skin is bunched heavily upon his skull and is flecked with liver spots. He is mumbling and smacking his lips as his eyes make a circuit of the room. Okay, so people, well, the collectors anyway, they really hate him. Everybody hates him. But then again, we've killed people that really hated him just because they attacked us because we asked about him. That's how much they hate him. So, what's going on? Is it just competition and they hate him because of competition? What is that as well? Is that Midas's hand or Midas's hand or I don't know. Greetings.
Updated my journal.
Ah! The man's eyes light up as he hears your voice. Tisn't my steady crop of jinx come to Pharod's waiting arms again? Greetings, corpse! And he smiles a wicked grin. Have you come to ask Pharod for another jaunt into the mortuary walls? What? Every sort of thing is coming into my head. Have I asked him to remove my memory? I've seen fiction that is like that. I think I've read a book that was like that, and I think I've seen an anime as well. And I have good memories of that anime, but I don't remember, so it must have been good or something. Of memory erasing and you wanting to erase the memory. I don't remember if it was Monster or... I don't remember. But why would I want that? There can be many answers, can be many reasons, but... Pharod, I've come for information. I've been told that you know something about me. Know something about you. The light in Pharod's eyes dims. He studies you, mumbling slightly as his eyes flicker up and down your frame. Corpse? No? Yes? His eyes meet yours. Ha! No. Pharod? What is it? Pharod's studying you with a dead, even gaze. Tisn't a mummer's fair, corpse? No time for games, no time for Pharod to play the wheel. What are you asking such questions for? I have forgotten myself, and I was told to seek you out, that you would know something of me. I think he's a friend. He wouldn't ask. He wouldn't say what he said before. I don't feel threatened in this place. There's nobody trying to threaten me. So I think I should tell him outright. He's gonna control me though. If he's a powerful guy, and he seems to be a powerful guy, I'm not gonna trust him. I'm gonna go with this. I need answers, Pharod. I was told you could provide them. He's gonna pick it up that I don't know who I am, but yeah. Hey! Pharod licks his lips. They make a rasping sound like dry parchment on sand. Now, who told you such a thing, corpse? Yeah, so basically it's it's the difference between me telling him that I forgot, that I have no memory, and me not telling him that. So again, I'm gonna stick to the same choice. Who needed to tell me such a thing? Are you not Pharod? Ah, so little said, so much told. He might have figured it out as well. But, well, I don't feel threatened by him. I just don't want to give him the power over me that I wouldn't be able to tell whether or not he was controlling me with the just, you know, he could tell me right now that, oh, go do this, go kill this guy because he knows or he did this to you or whatever. So let's not, I mean, he might know that, but at least, I don't know. Pharod falls silent, and suddenly you have a feeling that Pharod is dissecting you, like a corpse on a mortuary slab. I know much you would know. Much, yes, much indeed. Pharod smiles slowly, the folds of flesh on his face peeling back like a curtain. What do you know of me? Pharod licks his lips, then settles himself upon his crutch like a vulture. No, not free. The question you ask. His pasty white hands tap the edge of his crutch. Much I can tell you, but the telling has a cost. Go on. Pharod taps the flagstones on his crutch and sneers. This village is not all that lies buried beneath Ragpicker's square. Yeah? Chambers, vaults, corridors, filled with the dead, all asleep in their coffins. Somewhere in those halls, somewhere there, lies something misplaced. Something mine. What is it? A small thing, a trinket. Such a trifle. And Pharod speaks with his words start echoing as if two people were speaking. You know you've heard them before from your own lips. Oh, I'm saying those words. What? What? Wait. Okay, so I need... So I need to fool him that I remember, because I don't know how much he knows, but I'm still gonna try and play it. I'm gonna complete what he says. Such a trifle. It's a sphere, I say. Made of bronze. Ugly. Feels like an egg to the touch. And it smells of rotten custard. Am I right? Pharod falls deadly silent for a moment, then nods. Yes. How much do you hide from me, corpse? And he chuckles. Did you return to see if I remember what it is I want? Well, that's definitely not what I expected him to ask, but, do you know where this sphere is? Ah, Pharod's sigh is like shifting sand. And why do you suppose I ask you to look for it, corpse? I do not know where it is. I know it is buried deep, far deeper than any villager has ever gone. And Pharod, he says, it may be, he says, it may be in the catacombs where the waters run deep, deep. Oh, I need to go there. Yeah. Why don't you get one of your collectors to search for it? Because the corridors need no more dead from this village. Pharod, again. Strong, fast, clever. These are qualities my villagers do not have. They go below. They do not return. Pharod glances at you. Perhaps the dead will welcome their own. Hmm? That is what I think, corpse. So I can ask that again. Okay, very well, I'll do it. But I want to know what I'm buying with this trinket. There's a lot of knowing rattling around in my brain box, corpse. And he holds up a withered finger. One of them is this bit of wisdom. Everyone wants something, whether they know it or not. There is much I know about you, much that you would want to know. Well, actually, though everybody wants something, is pretty tricky. This is not provable, because it's shifting. Well, I mean, it's not provable because you can ask everybody. But the thing is, this is not wisdom. This is perspective. Because it's shifting. The want over here is shifting. Imagine the most selfless person ever in existence. If you present them with two options, they will choose one. And you could say, oh, he wanted that, and not the other one. Because that's something called preference, for example, or hopes, or preference in general. You could apply preference to like, for example, I would prefer the world to be at peace and nobody killed each other and all that sort of stuff, you know? So it's like, even those people want something. So this is irrelevant. This is dogmatic because, though not dogmatic, it's not dogmatic, it's the other one. Demagogue. Demagogue or demagogic? Oh, anyway, it says nothing. It's what it is. But so I'm not really sure. Should I bluff him? No, that's not a bluff. That's a threat. Very well. I will see about finding the sphere for you in exchange for what you know. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's not threaten him. Very well. A deal struck, a deal made. And Pharod cracks his crutch sharply against the flagstones. A sphere for a peek inside my brain box. Now, corpse, there is no time to waste. Go to the gate to the south and east and tell those slumbering fools to open it for you. Make haste, make haste. Hold on a moment. I had some other questions for you before I leave.
My journal.
Then ask! Pharod smacks his crutch on the cobbles as if passing sentence. Yeah. Come, corpse. Time's short, and so's my patience. When you greeted me, you said something about taking me on a jaunt to the mortuary. What did you mean? You tell me, corpse. Perhaps the dusties that leave there are more to your liking than those sweet-bosomed wench... than some sweet-bosomed wench. He's not talking about any in particular. Perhaps Pharod taps his crutch on the floor, the cackling echoing through the court. Most forgiving of those dusties to let you stride in and out there as you please, considering you don't have the decency to stay in the dead book. Yeah, I know. I wanted to get into the mortuary, but why?
My journal.
Pharod scoffs. Corpse, you were so bent to get in there, now you spill that you don't even know why you wanted in there in the first place? Sometimes it's a wonder why the planes turn. Yeah, well, I guess it doesn't, there's no real point in keeping the facade over here, is there? So let's see, what is this place? Pharod's eyes roll in his sockets, scanning across the ceiling, walls, and then the floor. This here's Ill-Wind Court, not a name of my choosing, thank you kindly, and the keep outside this court is the Buried Village, corpse. What is the Buried Village? Well, now, there's a story. Pharod licks his lips again, then shrugs. But to tell truth, the story bores me. The short of it, it's a piece of the hive that got bricked over one day. A piece of sigil got penned in the dead book. What do you mean? Oh, could this be the city that we heard about before? I don't think so, but it could be. You know them floating goat heads that serve the lady, them debuses? Well, no matter if you do or not, they go all around fixing, breaking, burying, building all the time. Do you follow? Yeah, go on. Well, as the chant goes, and a dusty chant it is too, being so old, them debuses just damn well bricked over a section of the hive one day and all bodies just forgot about it. Dump a lot of trash in it, and soon, nobody even knows it's there. Pharod smiles. Wicked, no? A piece of sigil all forgotten. How did you find it? And he tusks again. I still have my eyes, corpse, and I still have my ears, and when you have enough sense to tie the two together, then finding the dark of any matter is not as hard as some make it out to be. Pharod rubs his filthy cloak. Now, was there something else you wanted to pick my brain box about? You didn't come just to hear about this raghole, did you? Well, actually, when I awoke in the mortuary, I was missing a journal. Do you know where it is? Pharod squints at you, then folds a flesh coming down across over his eyes. A journal you had when we spoke last? Has it lost itself? Pharod chuckles dryly. These eyes have not seen it, but keep them peeled, I will. I would love to read such a magnificent work. Okay, that's actually really bad. Why didn't I update my journal with that? I should have. It marks itself over here when I update the journal, right? It doesn't look like it. Okay. I heard you have found a wealth of bodies, Pharod. Where do they come from? Well, we know that, don't we? Does a mage tell the secrets of his craft? So it is with the collector. Pharod frowns, studying you. Perhaps I will tell you, but you must promise that it is for your ears only. What I hear is for my ears only.
Updated my journal.
Very well. Pharod taps the flagstones with his crutch and sneers. This village is not all that lies beneath. Okay, he goes back to over here. Chambers, vaults. Where do all these dead come from? Oh, wait a minute. Filled with weeping. Chambers, vaults, corridors, he says. Places black as pitch, filled with weeping stones and the precious dead. All asleep in their coffins. Sleeping. Yeah, it's the things that we're going to. Where do all these dead come from? Corpse, everything dies. Life is so short, but death lasts so very, very long. Many people, many deaths. And he travels past you. Such a waste for their deaths to be useless in a dusty's arms, eh? What do you mean?
Updated my journal.
Pharod smiles greedily. Not all the dead that goes to the mortuary gate is fed to the furnace, corpse. The dusties bury some of the dead in the city's bowels. Under the village, so near, so close, is such a place. I would have been a fool not to see the opportunities. So you rob the catacombs of the dead of the dustmen placed there. Sell them back to the dustmen, and they bury them again. Pharod nods, then clutches lightly. The sound is like shifting sand again. These catacombs are as deep as a dusty's pockets. Yeah, and as deep as the greed of a man. Oh yes, Pharod sneers. And the greed of man is, something that shall always be counted upon when naught else is left, eh? Yeah, very clever, Pharod. Very clever. Well, I'm not gonna ask that question. I don't want to really offend him or anything, so yeah. Farewell, Pharod. I will talk to you later, perhaps. But for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Planescape Torment. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye!